Hello everybody and welcome back to another video from Twisted Dice. I'm Darren and today I'm going to be going through my list I'm hoping to take to the Last Chance Open, which is being hosted by Wargames UK. So it's a 2,000 point army tournament, which is pretty cool, but they are using the same rules or same missions as if you was going to go to Vegas for the LVO, which is interesting. On the way, I do like the way you run the objectives and how you do them, because it is totally different to out of the 40k book, the missions out there, and they're a lot different to a lot of tournaments I go to. So I love doing different tournaments where they have different styles. It kind of keeps me on my toes to get used or get to grips to do different things. Now, the only downside to this, I haven't had much chance of doing any playtesting with the army that I'm planning on taking. So maybe a bit of a schoolboy error. I was kind of hoping to get loads of games in before the final deadline to submit my army list in. But it is what it is, and I now have to live with the choices that I've made. Whether this is going to do good or not, I don't know. I didn't want to spam too much of the same stuff. Hopefully you can see I've got a variety of different units in the list. But in the same sense, do I think it's going to be very powerful? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's going to look scary, but I think it's going to whittle down very quickly. So, quick rundown of what I'm going to be taking. So, first of all, it's going with Battalion, and I'm going to go with the Supreme Command. So that gives me 7 command points, which will be very good for myself. I'm going to need them for what I hope to do. So, first of all, in the Battalion, I'm going with the Changeling, which I think at the moment is a must. Until the edition changes, when the new Demon Codex comes out, maybe he's going to have a different role. But at the moment, I bought the model, never painted it. I thought, do you know what, this is a great opportunity to get this guy painted, done, ready for a tournament. It'd be a shame to waste that great opportunity to get him there where I need him to be. So he's going to give the buff. He's going to give that little aura at the moment, where he's going to be -1 to hit, which is pretty cool. And then I'm going to go with 2 Heralds. Pretty much at the moment they're just going to be mainly for the smite. And then I'm going to try and go with the bolt change as well. Just something different. Why not? Give it a try. I like giving something different a try. And then for troop-wise, I'm going to go with 3 squads. So I've got 1 squad of 9 Brimstones with 1 Blue Horror. And then I've got a squad of 17 Brimstones with 1 Blue Horror. Now, I did think at this point, when I was writing the list, why not just spam out with loads and loads of Brimstones? It'd be a real pain in the bottom for anyone to deal with. But then I thought, do I really want to be that guy that's going to do that? I do still need another troop choice. So I thought, you know what, let's go with some more. We're going to have to go with some more horrors. But I've got loads of pink horrors that are not getting used at the moment. So I thought, you know what a great opportunity just to whack those in there. Something different. Now, I don't write these off because they are still pretty good. 2 shots apiece, 18-inch range. They are still pretty good. And when I've played against them in the past, they've been a real pain in my bottom. So I do think they are going to be really cool for for this tournament. As I said, I don't think this is going to be. I can't see myself getting top tier on the tables. But in the same sense, I do want to keep in mind that we have only got 2.5 hours per game. Or it might even be 2 hours. I need to double check on that. But I don't want to get at the end of the game where you've kind of only done 2-3 turns because there's so many units. So it was a great opportunity just to soak up some of the points. And so that's all I'm going to take for the Battalion. Oh, and not forgetting the Flamers. So I have got 3 Flamers in there, which I'm going to be keeping in behind the Changeling. So when units do get close, they will be able to jump forward and do some flaming damage. That's the plan anyway. It's not going to stop people from targeting them. Of course, they can still target them because they're not characters. But the Brimstones will stop things getting close to charge, hopefully. And that will stop my characters being targeted at the moment. So that does give me a lot of smite at the moment to push down on the enemies, which is going to, I really need that. you know, to break some of the units down, because you can see shooting wise I don't really have a lot shooting, and that's kind of at the moment a bit worrying. Haven't really got enough to destroy stuff. However, I have got some big hitters in there. So going with the Supreme Command, I'm going to go with, first of all, I've got a Sorcerer from the Space Marine Codex, and I'm going to go with 2 Demon Princes, and then I'm also going to chuck in the Lord of Skulls as well. Interesting lineup. The Lord of Skulls is... I haven't really played many games with him, but what I have played with him, I've enjoyed using him. You know, he's got the Flamer, you're going to go with the Gatling, so, you know, he's going to be auto-hitting on a lot of stuff. So if I do come up with a similar list where maybe like the, let's say like the Plague Bearers or Brimstones themselves, and they've got the Changeling, you know, he's going to be able to get in there and hopefully do the flame horribleness to take some of those Brimstones out. That's the plan anyway. Plus, if anyone's, you know, come across the army, they're going to maybe overlook these units, which are going to hopefully pull forward to get my objectives, and hopefully they're going to try target him or Magnus themselves. Now he can take a lot of, you know, he can take a lot of damage. You know, he's got a hell of a lot of wounds in there. He's going to move quite, you know, he's moving 10 inches, so he's quite fast. And the more wounds you take off him, the more angry he gets. So all of a sudden, if he's down to, hopefully he'll be at the other side of the board, but the time he gets there, if they have taken like 50% of the wounds off, all of a sudden his attacks are starting to stack up, which can be quite, you know, it could be quite horrible. Especially with the 2 profiles on the axe, where you can either smash on, so on the full profile, smash 4 attacks, W tough, W strength, and it's like 6 damage a piece, so that's horrible. -4, so that's really, really horrible. Or you can go with a slash, which I kind of like, which is, I believe, it's -3, 3 damage, and it's just horrible. Oh, sorry, I do forget. For every attack, you then make 3 attacks. So then all of a sudden, he's got 12 attacks just off the slash. So that's really good for going up against units. So like if I do come up against Brimstones, get in combat, that's really, really cool. One of the stratagems I'm hoping to pop with him is going to be the Demon Forge. Now I think that's going to be really, really important for him. Just because of the fact that with a Demon Forge you can reroll hits, reroll to wound. At the moment he's already hitting you on 3s, so it's not great, but it's not bad neither. So he can hit, he can do some damage, and I'm hoping he's got a lot of survivability in him. Unfortunately, he's not going to get any of the auras from the demons, but that's cool. I can live with that. You know, he's going to be kind of a bullet magnet, and for these guys to get what they need to get. And then obviously Magnus are going to be going in with the extra invuln save on him to push him up to a 3-up invuln. And then the other spells probably maybe go with walk time, just help, you know, things get where they need to get up on the board. And then probably go with presence as well with him, hopefully for him to cast off onto him. So instead of hitting on 3s, he's now going to be hitting on 2s, which I think I'm really going to need. It'd be nice to hit more targets than miss the targets, if that makes sense. And then the other 2 HQ choices I've got is I'm going to be rocking with 2 Demon Princes as well. So I'm going to go with the whole Tzeentch Demons, just so I can get the buff off the Changeling, and then that's also 2 more smites in the list as well. I'm not really too sure what I'm going to go with psychic wise on them at the moment. I think I'm going to probably maybe change it up per game that I go with. It'd be interesting, you know, to see what I go with, but again, probably Presence just as that final backup onto him. But if he's destroyed, Presence all of a sudden doesn't become worth taking anymore. So maybe Diabolical Strength, but then, you know, they can hit hard already. Now, maybe a silly mistake. So one of them is going to be going with the 2 sets of talons for the mass amounts of attacks, and then the other one I've got with the axe. Probably the axe is kind of a silly thing to do, really. However, time-wise, I don't have the time to build another Demon Prince up with the right weapon options, and I want to go to the tournament WYSIWYG as well. I don't want to turn up there and have something that, you know, oh, he's got talents or he's got an axe. I know, but So I want to make it look like, you know, what they see is what they've got. Big believer in that. But hopefully, as these boys move up, the Demon Princes will be sat behind them, gaining the buffs off them, helping with the smite. And then whenever anything does get close, if they haven't been flamed already, I can then jump the Demon Princes further forward. So the point-wise, they're coming in, it's coming around about 1,996. So it does give me a chance with when the pink horrors do die, I've got to have a couple of blue horrors, or maybe just one or two blue horrors that pop out. Nothing major, or I might just even save these extra points for if the blue horror dies, I've then got 2 more pink brimstones that can just pop out, just cause a little bit more of a distraction on the field. But as I said, do I think this is going to do well? No, it's going to be fun. I'm hoping to be. I don't want to be bottom of the I don't want to be bottom of the tournament. That'd just be a killer. But if it is what it is, it's cool. You know, we're gonna have some good games. Hopefully, have some good laughs, and hopefully, this won't take too long to play in the tournament. You know, I want it to be quite quick. I want it to be fast. I want it to be, you know, enjoyable. So shooting wise, you know, there's not, as I said, there's not a lot here that's going to shoot. You know, you got the pink horrors, you got him. That's really it. There's going to be shooting. So there's not much there that's, you know, going to be a major threat on the shooting side. Combat wise, only really the Demon Princes, Magnus, and my little friend here is the only things that's really going to be, you know, it's going to be scary for, you know, for my opponent. Which is cool. It's cool. So it's, you know, it's a nice little balance there, I think. But I suppose proof is in the pudding. As I said, I'd really like to have got a lot more practice games in before the tournament. But at the moment, everything's been really, really busy. But we'll see how it goes. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I shall hopefully keep you all updated. So once the tournament's done, I'm going to try to do a couple of reports in between games. Just say how I got on, what armies, you know, who I went against, what type of armies I played. And it'd be interesting to see what other people come up with, you know, combination-wise on what other people are taking to tournaments. You know, so just putting that up on there as well so you can see what other people are taking and how they played it and how they got on. So that'd be really, really interesting. But as I said, thank you very much for taking the time to watch this. And we'll speak to you all soon. Thanks.